Yo, what's up? It's your boy Dinari here, one of the hosts of the Youngbouls podcast. And before we get started, with another episode of the Youngbouls podcast, I wanted to let you guys know about Unheralded Media. Now, Unheralded Media is a media outlet started by my boy Chris. Shout out Chris. It's for people who love sports, love making content about sports, doing podcasts like I'm doing with the Youngbouls podcast, or what my man Aiden is doing. He's doing like photography and stuff. But if you want to get involved with this sports collective, hit up me or Chris, and just let us know if you want to get involved. We're open to anybody who loves sports just as much as we do, and really wants to find your voice in talking about sports or doing anything sports related. But that's Unheralded Media. Follow us on the IG at Unheralded Media. Follow Chris. And yeah, enjoy the episode. Peace. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Dinari here. Before we get started with another episode of the Youngbouls podcast, I want to let you guys know about a clothing company that y'all need to go check out. It's called Kirisu Clothing. Now, what is Kirisu Clothing? Kirisu Clothing was created by my man Zion. Shout out Zion. It's a nice clothing brand, up and coming. He's really doing his thing over there. They got hoodies, shirts, and more things coming soon that you guys can go check out and go shop. The website. At this time that actually listening to it, the website's not open, but what y'all can do to show support and continue to show love is to go check out his IG at Kirisu Clothing and look out for more drops coming soon. Kirisu Clothing, man, go check out what my man Zion is doing. He's doing great things over there. That's Kirisu Clothing. Tell him Dinari sent you. And yeah, enjoy the episode. Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Brand new episode here, the Youngbouls podcast. You're back. We told you we're going to get you an episode this week. Yes, we know we didn't get you one during the week, but we got you one for the weekend. It's your boy Dinari here, back with another episode. Here, my man, partner in crime, Kwengo. Kwengo, say what's up to the people, man.
What's going on, man? It's Kwengo.
Yeah, man. So, for starters, man, it's been a cool Saturday. Ups and downs for sure. UVA lost. I'm still sick about that. We lost to UNC today by 12. It sucked. But we're not discussing that this week on the podcast. We're not. For obvious reasons. We're still winning the tournament, though. We're just not discussing that for obvious reasons. But, all right, so last weekend was All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis, which we had, skills challenge, dunk contest, 3-point contest, all that, All-Star game, all that. I'm pretty sure that the East won the All-Star game with 200 points. Am I tripping? They had 200.
I thought it was 180.
You said what?
I thought it was
180. I can check the score right now. Hold on. The East won 211 to 186. East won 211 to 186. Honestly, the All-Star game now, it just feels like just a glorified pickup game. It's no defense being played at all. I haven't watched the All-Star game in years, honestly. They went back to doing the whole East and West format after they did the whole Team Giannis, Team LeBron thing for the past couple of years. And that wasn't working out. So they went back to the East and West format to, cause for more competitiveness to be shown, but it's still the same thing. Like, no one's really going into All-Star game trying to play hard and stuff anymore. There's no, competitive edge there. So, that's my thoughts about it. Kwengo, what's your thoughts about the All-Star game, man? Or just All-Star weekend in general?
Nobody enjoys this. Nobody likes to watch these quote-unquote All-Stars attempt 123 pointers. I think the highlight of everything for real was probably the 3-point shootout between Steph and Sabrina. Honestly, I feel like that's the only thing people cared about. And maybe the Rising Stars. Nah, that one was kind of bad too.
Nah, and then totally unrelated note, Karl Anthony Towns had the most random 50-point game I've seen in an All-Star game. I didn't even realize the dude had 50.
Yeah, 50?
Yes, he had 50 points. Karl-Anthony Towns had 50 in the All-Star game, and I didn't even know Karl-Anthony Towns even getting play like that in the All-Star game, but 50 points is mad impressive. But honestly, no one really cared because nobody was guarding. Nobody was really playing defense like that.
Yeah, it was probably all uncontested threes.
Well, wide open dunks at that. And it's like, look, All-Star game, I get it. You're trying to, have fun. You're trying to, it's supposed to be like you're not playing serious. Not, it's supposed to be fun. But at the same time, in the past previous years, what we've seen is in the fourth quarter or when it gets close to the game being over, they kind of ramp up the competitiveness a little bit, make it a little bit interesting. There's no way that we have all these all-stars on the court, all these NBA players, all these, craftsmen at their game and everything, and it's just boring, man. Like, look, I love LeBron, but, like, I would, if LeBron's over...
Pick your words wisely. Pick them wisely. You're speaking about LeBron.
Hey, slide over a little bit, bro. You fading away from the screen. But, like, I love, like, yeah, you good. I was saying, I love LeBron. But, like, look, if, let's say you watch the All-Star game and LeBron's just shooting, full court threes and stuff with 3 minutes left in the game, would you not have a problem with him doing that and the game is not close?
Hey, that's LeKing. He can do whatever he wants. This is his league.
Jesus. Okay. All right, man. All right. If Embiid was doing that, would you have a problem with it?
I can see if you were talking about, Joel Embiid. That's Joel Embiid.
I just asked you. If Embiid was doing that, would you have a problem with it?
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Okay.
When it's Embiid, it's like this is horrible. When it's like, here's the top 3 players that are allowed to do that, whatever they want. Jokic, Bron, and probably Luka. If you're not one of those 3,
I disagree. Curry could do that too.
No. Wardell can't do that. Nah.
Wardell definitely can do that. Why couldn't Wardell not do that? Wardell can definitely do that.
So
why can't Wardell do that?
Isn't his team being wiped down every other week? We're not.
They just won last night.
Who did they play? The Hornets, right?
Yeah. That's
their body. That's their level right there. Hornets.
Their Warriors are going to make the playoffs, man.
No, they are. Apparently, they're now like They're like 2-3 games over 500. Yeah. In fact, they could potentially take the Lakers spot.
The Warriors are going to make the playoffs. But back to the whole thing about All-Star Weekend. Before we even get to Golden State and anything like that, I just wanted to say, like, yeah, the only thing I really watched last weekend was the Steph and Sabrina thing. The dunk contest, that's a whole different segment on its own. But that was horrendous. The skills challenge, I tried to, but I just couldn't get into it. And it's just boring to me now. It's not as fun as it used to be. And then the 3-point shootout, the regular one, not the Steph and Sabrina one, I wasn't really paying attention to it, man, honestly. I mean, I don't even know who won. I just feel like with the All-Star Weekend, they try to make it like, with the times and stuff, but it's like, unless you don't have people in there that you know is going to make it competitive or it's just a lot going on, I just feel like it's not as watchable anymore as it used to be.
Like, of course not, man. I don't know.
Like, I still feel... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
The All-Star game is just a reflection of the direction the sport is going, though. So, to be honest with you, lack of defense, common regular season activity. 3-point chucking, common regular season activity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not very surprised by those two. The only thing is, I'm just surprised at the effort. Like, they just don't put the effort in.
Do you think that, like, the All-Star, you think that, like, it could possibly get back to being competitive? Like, if you were the GM, how would you change it? How would you change the All-Star game if you were, like, the,
I've seen a bunch of people on, just on the internet in general, but social media say, like, they should give home court to the winner of the East or West. Whatever team, like, Eastern or Western team makes it to the finals. You know what I'm saying? Depending on which team wins the All-Star game, they should be given home court. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I agree with that, but, like, something along the lines of that. Like, I wouldn't say money. A lot of people said money, but I don't think it should be money.
They already do that with the tournament, the in-season thing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, it did make it competitive. I won't lie, but like,
No, that was hilarious.
they already have that season tournament. So like,
Yeah,
why are we giving NBA players who get paid millions of dollars more money to compete?
that is true. I get you. If I was GM, I would for All Star Saturday night to make it interesting. I would either modify the skills challenge or turn the skills challenge into like a 1v1 tournament. Like I definitely want to see like a 1v1 tournament during All Star Weekend with the players and stuff like that. That would
They
be
should run threes. Yeah, that's a fact.
oh my gosh, that would be so interesting to see. And it'll have
I'm
like
not gonna
1v1.
lie, KD's not coming off the court.
KD is definitely not coming off the court. 1v1, and they should do like 1v1s to like the 10 or like 15 or something, 3 dribbles. Like that would be so interesting just to see, because like especially like they did at Team USA. So 1v1s for sure. With the dunk contest, I feel like unless you have either, when it comes to the judging, they need to have either former dunkers or former dunk contest champs, or they need to have professional NBA. No more celebrities judging for the dunk contest unless they know ball. No more celebrities doing that.
Also, let's be real here. The streets will never forget what Dwayne Wade did. So I don't know if it's going to change that much, because Dwayne Wade is a menace.
Yes.
So, but it is better to have Dwayne Wade rather than like a celebrity, though.
And also, too, if we're bringing people into the dunk contest, let's please make sure that the people who we're bringing in, they're like they can act like they're getting up, like they actually like they do this, like they dunk. Like, with all due respect, I'm not trying. Yes. Like with all like Jaylen Brown, like solid player. I mean, he's cool, but like even with the dunk contest and everything like that, it's like, come on, man. Like the Terrence Clark dunk, I rocked with because it was a tribute. I understand that, but all the other dunks are dunks that we've seen him do in game before. The one where he jumped over Kai Cenat, like, what are we doing, man? It's not like Kai was standing.
I saw the dunk that they rehearsed. It wasn't the dunk they rehearsed. Had he done that, I think everyone would have liked the dunk. Like, it was a solid dunk. It was just
But like also too though, I feel like with Kai's height, he could have definitely jumped over if he was standing. I don't think Kai had to sit for that. And then also too, me and my friend were talking about this the other day. They said that as far as with Mac McClung winning it again, either the dunking or like the level of athleticism in the league has been bad, or just like I don't know what goes into the protocol of choosing people who are going to be in the dunk contest. They need to do a better job of that too, because Jaime Jaquez, he was cool, but Jacob Toppin definitely should have been in the final. His first dunk, he literally did a 360 between the leg, 2-hand slam. First dunk. He got a 47 off of that. And Jaylen Brown's first dunk, he got a 49.
Wicked.
So
who should have been in the dunk contest? Either Obi Toppin or Malik Monk.
You know what's crazy? Obi Toppin was in 2020.
Yeah, I remember.
With Cole Anthony and Jalen Green.
Cole Anthony? How did
Cole Anthony was in a dunk contest, and he wore Timbs and started woo walking, and then he did a windmill. Like he did I kid you not. You can check it on Google. It was bad. And then Jalen Green was wearing an NFT, bro, on his neck, and he did a dunk, and he missed it all 3 times. It was bad, man. It was bad. The last dunk contest that was solid was 2020, and then before that was 2016. I feel like I just feel like they set the bar.
It was an underrated dunk contest 2014.
One with John Wall?
Terrence McClung. I'm tripping.
Terrence Ross?
Terrence Ross.
Terrence Ross was nice. Terrence Ross in the dunk contest was nice.
Do you remember Ben McElmore?
Yes, when he dunked over Shaq? Yes, bro.
Damian Lillard.
And John Wall. John Wall was in it too. And no, because that's when they did the teams thing. They had like the team East versus the team West. That was nice. That was nice.
That was my last. That was the last All-Star game that I liked. Like All-Star weekend, I liked. Period.
You didn't watch 2016's dunk contest, bro?
Well, actually, nah. 2016 Zach LaVine versus Aaron Gordon was tough. and Victor Oladipo. Nah, Victor Oladipo was underrated. Victor Oladipo was underrated. Yo, when he did that, I think it was like a reverse 360
like
under the rim, and he double clutched.
Oh
Yo,
no, yeah, I remember
I
that.
thought that was the
Yeah,
greatest dunk ever. I thought that was a great. Nah, that
I
joint was.
remember that. Yeah,
Yo, I miss Victor Oladipo playing basketball, bro.
everyone does, man.
Oh,
But like
Victor
that's what I was
Oladipo.
saying with the dunk contest, man. It was just I don't know what has happened. I feel like people set the bar too high, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to entail for it next year, but they definitely got to step it up with that, or they should just abolish it. Because, I mean, even with now when you're looking at the league and stuff like that, you don't even have that many people anymore who's like dunking like that, or even being creative like that. Because we've been so spoiled to the fact that most of the dunks that we see, like they used to be like so amazing, they do on a day-to-day basis. Obi Toppin literally does an East Bay almost every time he's on the fast break by itself. At one point in time, seeing that in the game was rare. Seeing that in a dunk contest was rare too. So, I guess that's just the thing with the dunk contest as well.
I think the dunk contest just needs better judges and better dunkers. I think that's all it is. Because every time they've got good dunkers, like a good dunk lineup of people, who can dunk, it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
The other year they just added randoms like Cole Anthony should never be in the dunk contest. Or actually, I think Jaylen Brown is pretty bouncy, but I just don't think I don't think he's a good dunker. Like he just doesn't know.
Yeah, he said he's gonna do it again. He said he's gonna do it again too. He said he's going. He said he's gonna do it again next year too.
Nah.
They said that like he's like the only like all-star who like volunteered to do it because like no one else is doing it. And I'm still mad that like when like I get it like you don't want to get hurt during All-Star weekend, but just imagine what would have happened if we had like Zion in the dunk contest or like Bron in the dunk contest in his prime. Like, duh.
Yo, nah. I was just thinking about that too. Zion in a dunk contest would have been crazy.
Or Ja or something like that. That would have been nice. That would have been definitely interesting to see. But then again, you don't want your star players to risk injury, so I understand why they don't want to do it.
Sharp was tough when he was in the dunk contest too.
Did he win? He lost, right?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, he lost to. Yeah, that was last year. I'm pretty sure. Another person. Huh?
Shaden Sharp was tough though.
Oh yeah, he still is. Another dunk contest that was underrated to me was the one. Which one was it? Gerald Green's dunk contest when Gerald Green was in it and he blew out the cupcake. That one was nice.
Yo, nah, that was crazy.
That was nice.
That was definitely crazy.
That was nice. And then when Dwight Howard did the whole Superman thing, he threw it into the basket. That was hilarious too. But yeah, man. Honestly, with the NBA, man, y'all gotta do better with the whole All-Star Weekend thing. I mean, it's cool, but bring that sort of level of competitiveness back because it's better for the game. Also, too, when you go to All-Star Weekend, the whole theme of All-Star Weekend is you get to see the best stars and stuff. So I feel like if you're seeing the best, you want them to perform at their best. You don't want it to be like a scrimmage, an intra-squad scrimmage. Like that's gonna be boring. Like there's no way I spent. Like imagine spending money to go to the All-Star game and saying like, oh, I can't wait to see a good game, and it's like, what's going on? Like this does not amuse me. Even though I'm seeing all my. You said what?
Was Paul George an All-Star?
Paul George. Let me check. Pretty sure he was.
So who were the All-Stars? Because I didn't even watch the game.
I'll name you the East and West roster right now. Let's see.
I know LeGoat was an All-Star.
Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. For the Eastern Conference, we have Giannis, Bam Adebayo, Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, Paulo, Scotty, Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Julius Randle, Trae Young, and Joel Embiid. Randle and Embiid got hurt. And then for the West, we had LeBron, Luka, KD, Shea, Nikola Jokic, Devin Booker, Steph, Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi, and Kat. Those are the All-Stars. And then the East head coach was Doc Rivers, and the West head coach was the Timberwolves head coach. But yeah. And speaking of Doc Rivers, you're gonna go right into a Doc Rivers.
That's what I was shaking my head. I was like, that's funny. Like Doc Rivers was really the head coach.
Yeah.
Oh
So
man,
all right.
he's lost.
Yeah.
He's
So
lost.
Doc Rivers, Milwaukee Bucks new head coach as of 2 weeks ago, has had an eventful couple of games. As the Bucks are still treading water in I believe they're the 3 seed right now. Yeah, I believe they're the 3 seed right now, and it's just a lot of stuff going on. But basically, Doc Rivers came out last week and was basically saying how trying to get credit for the James Harden trade for happening. And find a statement right here, but he was hearing about like Doc Rivers like making excuses about like the Grizzlies. After the Grizzlies lost on the 16th, and just saying how like he is. There's just a lot of excuses and a lot of stuff going on with the Bucks, and it's just leaving the Bucks in this place right now where it's just like, what's going on? So JJ Redick made some comments last week, basically calling out Doc Rivers, to which Pat Bev responded by saying, "Doc Rivers saved your career. This is disrespect. This is crazy." Now, Kwengo, what are your thoughts on Doc Rivers in general? What are your thoughts on? Because I got some stuff I want to say about Doc Rivers. What are your thoughts on Doc Rivers in general? What are your thoughts about him on the Bucks? What are your thoughts about what he's been saying and stuff like that?
So number one, Doc Rivers. This guy is still living off that championship with Boston when he had Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, who else was on that team? Kevin Garnett, Ray John Rondo. He's still living off that championship. It's over. Your insanity run has been fried. No, he's never even had an insanity run. This guy is a one-hit wonder. This man has been stinking it up in the playoffs, choking for years. Years. I will say, like, in his defense, last year with Philly, wasn't all on him. But still, no, like, he's not really like a winner like that. Like, he's a pretty solid coach. He's definitely one of the better coaches-ish. But, like, his reputation is not that great. As great as he thinks it is, I guess, because the way he's talking is crazy. Number one, that's sick to try to take credit for their Harden trade. That's actually sick. And then number two, with the whole Pat Bev, JJ Redick thing, when did Doc Rivers save anyone's career? He did not save JJ Redick's career. If I remember correctly, he averages like 17 for his career and is one of the best spot-up shooters ever. So I don't remember anything about Doc Rivers saving a career. And I saw something about Austin Rivers as well. That was crazy. I forgot what he said, but he
I can pull it up right now.
He also said something.
I can pull it up right now. Let's see. Let's see. Austin, he said it's very, like, in terms of accountability, your best years in the NBA were when you played for him in the Clippers. It's just very ironic and kind of weird that you have this energy towards him. That's what Austin Rivers said.
Firstly, I think that just feeds into JJ Redick's point, though. Like, because he played under him, it like he has like a different like perspective. I think like his perspective can like just be more just accurate, and also he's seen it across the. We've all seen the results of Doc Rivers teams up 2-0,
3-2.
Yeah, like I don't know when it just follows you around like that. Like you're not just unlucky. Like everyone's not just like making it up and starting to hate train against Doc Rivers. He's really selling. That's just my thoughts on it, though.
For me, man, as a Sixers fan, seeing how these past 4 years since Doc Rivers been one of the Sixers, just how it's been. And he's been milked that championship in 2008. That's been the extent of what he's been doing. yes, Doc Rivers has had some solid seasons, bringing a lot of wins, all-star starting coach nods, whatever. That's cool. But to sit up here and try to take credit for a trade that you weren't even on board with to begin with is ridiculous. To sit up here and try to go coach a team and make excuses for a team. And honestly, Doc Rivers said, this is the one comment that bothered me last week. Doc Rivers said apparently that he wouldn't, after the Bucks signed him, hired him, he said to the Bucks people, I don't know why you guys are doing this. Doc, you didn't say that. You know good and well Doc, you did not say that. You know good and well you said, where do I sign? Thank you for this opportunity. Let's get to work. Fear the deer. That's what you said. You did not say, where, why are you guys doing this? That sounds cool. That sounds great. But come on, let's keep it 100.
If we want to talk about what he really said, he probably was like, "Yes, Giannis and Damian Lillard, please carry me to a ring. Please carry me to a ring."
But the thing about Doc that always, that has always been a thing is that he could coach, but he does not know how to make any sort of adjustments or rotations. I feel like that's his biggest thing. Because Marjon Beauchamp, right? One of a good young star from Milwaukee. Very young star from Milwaukee. When Adrian Griffin was coaching early in the season, Beauchamp was getting tons of minutes. Solid minutes, doing his thing. Since Doc has been here, DMPs, 2 minutes a game, ridiculous. And I don't know what happened with the whole Adrian Griffin thing. I don't know the extent of all of that. But I feel like with where the Bucks were at that time of that, the resigning of Adrian Griffin, I feel like hiring Doc Rivers is a move. If you're going to make that move, you do that at the end of the season, not during the middle of the season, because that messes up all the chemistry. Doesn't matter matter if Giannis on your team, whoever's on your team. You take away the coach, that chemistry is going to go with it. And with this Bucks season, I feel like even after All-Star break, they're talking about, they're going to turn around and all this stuff. I don't see it. This Bucks team with Doc Rivers, they shot themselves in the foot. They're going to be a team now where everybody's going to be like, oh, yeah, we hope we get you guys in the playoffs. Yeah. We want to see you guys first round. We want to. Because even regardless if they have
that. It's still Giannis and Dame.
But, I mean, yeah, that's cool and all, Kwengo. But even though it's still Giannis and Dame, if they had to play, hypothetically, if they had to play the Sixers and the Bees healthy, the Sixers could definitely win that series. If they had to play the Cavs healthy, Cleveland's probably winning that series.
Stop it.
If they had to play Boston healthy, Boston's winning that series.
Now, Boston, I accept.
Miami's winning that series. Most definitely. Stop. Most definitely. Are we serious? Kwengo, are we serious? Miami can't beat the Bucks in the playoffs?
No.
Why not?
Because they are simply not good.
Kwengo, regular season doesn't matter. If you saw what happened last year in the playoffs against the Bucks.
While Giannis was injured.
Jimmy was injured too.
This time, he's going to have Dame on his team.
Okay.
Giannis and Dame.
Okay.
So you already can't stop Giannis when he's healthy. So how would they stop Dame?
They could definitely do that. I think Miami can beat the Bucks.
He get very hot when it comes into the postseason.
That's what I said.
It's mainly really a result of Jimmy. But let's be real about certain things. Like, they had I said this last year too. I said they had the easier run to the Lakers, man. And I truly mean it, man. They got to play unhealthy Bucks in the first round. And once Giannis got injured, there was no one that was going to help them. Chris Middleton is not the same Chris Middleton that we from 2021 before all these injuries. Consistently, he's been injured for the past 3 seasons. He's been playing maybe 30, 40, 50 games, probably less than 50, probably around 40 games in the last 3 seasons. And he's just never, ever ready to go when it's the playoffs. So Giannis doesn't have as much as a supporting cast as it appears to. Like they're not very healthy. So it was pretty much like Drew Holiday last year, and an unhealthy Giannis trying to figure it out. And the Heat ended up playing them, and then they followed it with a Knicks team where Randall literally was snaking Brunson out for no reason. When I tell you, I'm not gonna lie, like Randall needed to be investigated last season. He did in the postseason.
He had a parlay on that game. He had money on that game.
He was like low key like hating on Brunson. Because how is it possible that your teammate comes up the court, back to back 2 threes, he needs a heat check. You get the ball, and the first thing you do while your teammate is wide open on the perimeter is drive through 2 defenders and brick a layup. It's shameless. Yo, nah. And you should have seen Stephen A's reaction to that, bro. Stephen A's reaction, he was like, someone needs to get that brother out of New York now. And I agree with him.
I remember last year after the game RJ Barrett had, he was like, RJ, you went 1 for 9. Brother, you can't be having games like that playing in the Garden. So I thought that was funny. Also, too, you heard what Stephen A said about Zion again, man?
He said something else?
Yes, man.
What did he say?
I think it was like yesterday. He said something about Zion, and then the Pelicans' social media was beefing with him. Stephen A was like, Stephen A basically said, what did he say? He said Zion Williamson, it's not about his game, it's about how many burgers he's eating and whether or not he's going to be in shape. Or is he going to keep eating McDonald's? That's what he has to prove, that the chefs don't love him any longer, that he's committed to playing basketball and being in shape. That's what Stephen A said. And in response to that, the Pelicans social media team pulled up a picture of Stephen A while he was in college or something, was showing his points per game and stuff like that, which is like 1.1. You know, so they were just going back and forth on each other and everything like that.
He can't be.
It's like the second time he's done this. Probably more than that.
And Zion hatred are like this.
I'm still chipping over the one where he said that he had. No, I'm still chipping over the one. No, I'm still tripping over the one where he said that Zion was going to eat the table. Like that one was crazy. That one was actually crazy.
Because why did he say nah? It wasn't even that he said he eats the table. He said reportedly. He said I have sources telling me that he'll eat the whole table. It can't be.
Like no sources told you that, bro. Like you, I'm not questioning Stephen A's like how he gets his stories, but there's no way that you're telling me that Stephen A doesn't just like sometimes he'll just go into like a first take set or anything like that and say that he has sources, but that's not from anybody else. That's literally coming from him. 100%. That has to be coming from him. 100%.
Nah, he got to cut that out, bro. Because every time he says something outrageous, the first thing this man says to like create like some sort of like, I don't know, cushion. Sources told me, bro, no sources told you that. You just wanted to call that man fat. Yeah, that's what you wanted to do.
Like him just now saying that like the chefs, he has to prove that the chefs don't love him any longer. Yo, all you had to do
that was See, he has to cut that out because that was unprovoked. And Zion, number one, since everyone was talking about Zion and his weight, he's gotten in shape. He's been playing better. His team has been playing better. They've been winning. So that was so unprovoked. He did not have to say that.
He didn't have to say that at all. No one forced him to say that. No gun was to his head. None of that.
CJ McCollum just went on. I think it was. He was on ESPN talking about that. He was talking about how Zion, he's been doing better. He's been working out, doing outside of the team workouts. He's been having his own personal workouts. He's been running. He's been committed to the team. So I don't know why Stephen A. I don't know, bro. Maybe he has
Stephen A. He's just trying to find somebody to just pick on, man. I don't get it, but it's what he's known to be. It's what he's known to do. He's done this with numerous athletes before, not to the level that he's done it with Zion, but like Jesus, he's done this. He's like if you're young enough to remember Kwame Brown, he was calling Kwame Brown a bona fide scrub every single time he had the chance to.
Well, in his
What else?
defense, he was a bona fide scrub.
He was trash. Yes, when he was making fun of the Knicks and Phil Jackson and stuff when the Knicks were in purgatory, So I mean, Stephen A. Smith has like a history of doing stuff like this, but it makes no sense if he's doing this about Zion. Zion's still young. He's still what? How old is he? Like 23, 24?
Actually, I don't know.
Hold on.
Let me look it up. He's probably 25.
Zion Williamson is 23. Okay, Zion is 23. He's in his third season. No, actually, 2024. He's in his third season in the league. Like, give him time, man. Give him time. People are sitting up here ruling out Zion. When Zion was healthy last year, the Pelicans were a 1 seed in the West. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. They're going to be fine. Zion's going to be fine. He's going to get back to dominating and hooping the way he knows how to. But to sit up here and act like Zion isn't, still a solid hooper is ridiculous. And to sit up here and act like he's that, like, the way Stephen A. is making it seem, he's making it seem like Zion is obese. Zion's not obese. Zion is not obese. He's very much well and still in basketball shape. He's just, you just got to get more in shape. That's what it is. But
they also are fifth in the East, right? I mean, in the West right now. So that's pretty good.
You said they're what?
They're fifth in the West right now.
That's not bad at all. Also, too, if you don't have to say that he doesn't have to love the chefs any longer. Just say he has to be more conditioned. There's easier ways to say what you're trying to say without coming off as just as a foul person. You get what I'm saying?
That's his MO though. Like, that's kind of what they do.
I get it, bro, but still, bro, gosh, man, that's why people don't be rocking with Stephen A. sometimes, man. Sometimes, other times he'll just be on some weird stuff, but people don't be rocking with him. All right, but moving on. About anything else you want to say, man, about just Doc Rivers comments? Anything? Doc Rivers. Oh, also too, I gotta say something about the Pat Bev thing. I don't think I gotta say anything about that. The Pat Bev thing. It said that he had a clip on his podcast, either yesterday or sometime today, where he was saying that he was clarifying a statement that he said that the Bucks are worried about focus on winning and the Sixers weren't. I thought at first he was talking about the players. Turns out he was talking about the front office. The Bucks front office is focused on winning. Sixers front office, not so much. Which I can totally agree with. I feel like the Sixers have had numerous opportunities to show that they've been trying to win and show they've been trying to make moves ever since Ben Simmons was playing in Philadelphia. First off, let me tell you the first time we made that mistake. It's the Jimmy Butler trade where we gave that guy to the Heat for Josh Richardson. The Tobias Harris extension, that extension was nuts on its own. The Ben Simmons extension, that was, at the time he was nice though, so I understand. The Al Horford trade, there's so many trades there's so many moves I can name that set our teams so many years back. The drafts, who we picked up in the draft, we picked up Zaire Smith in a year where I'm pretty sure, I don't even remember who was in Zaire Smith's draft, but it was somebody. He got drafted in 2018. So he got drafted in the same draft. Hold on. I just got to make sure. He got drafted in the same draft as Luka Doncic, Jaren Jackson, Trae Young, Colin Sexton, Bridges, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Michael Porter. Oh, my gosh, we missed out on so many people.
Where'd y'all take Roger? Where'd y'all pick him?
We picked him at 16.
Actually, that's not as egregious as I thought. I thought you were about to say 6. I was about to say, oh, no.
No.
That may have been the worst draft ever if you skipped over. Oh, my.
No, but we had some questionable picks, though. We're looking at the people who went behind him.
Didn't Brunson went behind Mikal Bridges, his pick?
Yes. That was another questionable thing that we did. We traded Mikal Bridges on draft night. Yes, we did that too.
Where'd y'all get
that? I don't even remember who we got in return, but it was nobody as good as Mikal Bridges. It was bad. I remember that. And we also had the chance of drafting Tatum too, but we ended up drafting Fultz. But then Fultz had that mysterious wrist problem where he forgot how to shoot, and then we ended up trading our number 1 draft pick Fultz for Jonathan Simmons. So, I mean, with Pat Bev's comments, like I understand where he was coming from because obviously the Sixers or been in a situation in the past where it looks like we're trying to win, but we're not making moves that shows that we're actually trying to win. And now we're in a predicament this season where Embiid is out, where we're dropping games left to right. Our starting lineup consists of Maxey, Harris, but I'm pretty sure Melton, Batum, and Paul Reed, which is like no Oubre and Paul Reed, not Batum, but it's bad. It's not good, but like we're still in the playoff. We're still like in the playoff picture right now, which is solid. But it's just like we need a lot more. We need a lot more stuff, and we need help. A lot more help.
You know what I was saying? Like, I remember last season I had said, I don't know why you guys didn't go get Mikal Bridges after he left the Suns, because I'm not going to lie. Like, I know Brooklyn's trying to build something, but with the team they have and the record they have, they're not building anything.
I don't know why we didn't
try to pick him up. You know,
I don't know why we didn't try to get Bridges at the offseason last year. I don't know why we didn't try to do that, because I haven't even seen Cam Johnson step on the floor yet this year. Or am I tripping?
Cam Johnson has played, but he's been like injured, probably like a 10 or
11. Oh, he's been injured? But I don't see how Mikal Bridges is your franchise cornerstone, with all due respect. He's a solid player, but cornerstone, like, you're building around him, I don't know how to feel. Like, that's not KD, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, Mikal Bridges could be a 2 option, but I don't know about number 1. I don't know about number 1 scoring option. On a team with Dinwiddie, on a team with, it's just a lot going on.
A Laker now.
Oh yeah, he is on the Lakers now. Cam Thomas. So it's Cam Thomas, Bridges, Ben Simmons, but Ben Simmons just got hurt again. Claxton. I don't even know the rest of the starting five in the Nets, but I don't know why we don't go out. And then on the trade deadline too, the thing that bothered me too was that we got Buddy Hield. That's great, but like we should have gotten Buddy Hield like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, he's like 34.
Like, we should have gotten Buddy Hield 2 or 3 years ago. Literally, the time to get Buddy Hield was the year where we went for the Harden trade. That was literally either that year or the year after that, or last year was when we should have gotten Buddy Hield. But getting Buddy Hield where he's 34 and he's mad old now.
He's actually 31. I got that wrong. But
he's 31. He's 31. But still, he's old. He's old. He's not in his, like, he's not in his prime anymore. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's been going on with Buddy Hield. He's always been in like trade talks with contending teams like almost every summer, and nothing has happened. Like, the Lakers 2 summers ago.
I remember at one point the Lakers were supposed to get him.
Him and what's his name? Miles Turner, but I don't know what happened. Damn, him and AD would have been kind of nice though. I'm not gonna lie.
Nope. So sorry that didn't happen. I'm not.
That would be
all right, but moving on though. All right, so today, I was able to go out, for the support of the podcast and everything like that. I went out to the Creator Day, at Rec Philly. Shout out Rec Philly. But I just wanted, just take the time to say that it was a fun experience, man. Kwengo, next year, you're coming with me, but fun experience. Got to meet a lot of cool people, cool creatives. Also, too, we're gonna have a lot more people onto the show, man. You got a lot of people, some musical artists and stuff like that. The people want to check us out, man. But if you guys want to, get on the show and everything like that, the IG is at YB Pod. Let us know. But yeah, back to the whole Creator Day thing. Got to meet a lot of cool people. Wallow and Gilly were there. They gave us some wisdom on podcasting and stuff like that. Not us specifically, but just like the whole group. There's a lot of cool vendors there. It was a cool environment. It was chill. But yeah, man. But, shout out Rec Philly for real. We're not sponsored by them in any sort of way or form. But it was just a fun experience to be a part of and just join and go to for the day. But Kwengo, you're definitely coming with me next year, man, for sure. I just want to take the time to say that because, it was a real moving thing today. And I enjoyed it for sure. But yeah, shout out to Rec Philly. But last thing we're going to talk about today, French Montana. French Montana. He dropped
5 songs right now.
Oh, Unforgettable.
You're done. It's over.
Am I naming 5 songs with features, or am I naming Just 5
Not gonna
French
lie,
Montana songs. I
5
can't
songs.
name 5 without it.
5
I
songs
can't name
with features, and I'll be impressed.
5. All right, Lockjaw, Kodak Black,
Yes.
Unforgettable with Sway Lee, No Stylist. Nah, I'm done. I can't name 2 more. I cannot name 2 more. But French Montana dropped, he dropped his album Mac and Cheese 5. I don't I don't know where we got Mac and Cheese 5 from. I don't know the inspiration behind the album. But the thing that Kwengo, you good, man? It looks like you're about to laugh.
I'm telling you.
You good, bro? You can go ahead and laugh if you want to, bro. I mean, me and my friend were talking about this the other day. I'm just saying that, like, we don't know anybody who's still saying, let's play that new French Montana. That's just me. I mean, not saying that to say, like, he's not a good artist, but, like, I didn't even know French Montana still made music like that, for real. But the thing that was cracking me up about this when I was looking at the album was that French Montana released Mac and Cheese 5, yes. But he released the Mac and Cheese 5 album. He released the Mac and Cheese 5 acapella version, Mac and Cheese 5 instrumental version, Mac and Cheese 5 slowed down version, Mac and Cheese 5 sped up version, and then he put all those combined in one album with, get this, ask me how many songs are on here.
How many songs?
126.
I can't, bro. I can't. You can't be serious. They're gonna use that. They're gonna use that at Guantanamo. I'll tell you right now. Somebody locks me in a dark room with that French Montana album, and I have to listen to it all the way through. Not coming out alive.
I'm just saying, because me and my mom, we were discussing this, a couple of months ago about when rappers need to, like, step away from the game and do, like, their little graceful exit. I feel like French Montana should have did that after Unforgettable. Because, like, that was a cool hit, and everybody rocked with it. But, like, after that, you don't say, you know what, I got more in the tank, I'm going to keep going. I still got one more in me. No, after that, you say, French out. Like you say, you bid your farewell, you leave. You step away from the game. Because now I just feel like he's doing too much, man. Like, with all due respect, I'm not even trying to diss. But to have a slowed down version of an album and a sped up version and an acapella version, like this is some sort of sing-along, is nuts. It's nuts.
I can't keep doing this anymore, man. These rappers got to cut it out. Like, I'm be honest with you, a dude like French, I hate when they get online and they go like, yeah, nah, they keep asking me to drop. They keep asking me. No, they're not.
No one's asking you to drop. No one's telling you to say, yo, when are we getting more music? Like, that's another thing too. Rappers be doing that thing a lot too, which still like Street said I need to drop another album.
Nah.
I checked the streets the other day. They said we could. The streets are cooling right now. Everybody in the streets cooling right now. Everybody's cool. Everybody's having fun. They're enjoying their life. The streets did not tell you to drop that album. You told yourself to drop that album.
Nah, they gotta cut that out. I ain't gonna lie. They gotta cut that out. Especially in somebody like French Montana. Like, come on, bro.
When rappers do that stuff, man, it irks me. I'm not gonna lie, because unless you're like Drake or like Cole or like Tyler or Kendrick or any like prominent rapper, and you're like, you're past your prime and you're saying that, like, the streets told me I need to drop. Like, I just feel like it's just weird, because unless like you a diehard fan, you're gonna be like, who? Like, let's like, for example, let's say Polo G, right? Polo G says, streets said I've been asleep. It's time to wake them up. Wake who up?
Nah, you're done.
I'm just saying, bro. Like,
hey, nah. Polo, he had a good run. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think his flow is just too repetitive. Yeah, I ain't gonna say. I don't want to say it like that, but his career may be cooked. He had a nice.
Roddy Ricch.
Him and the baby had a nice. Him, Roddy Ricch, the baby had a nice run. They had nice.
They had a cool. Somebody said they had a cool insanity moment.
They did have an insanity run. They did.
Yeah, it was solid, man. But like, you got to hang him up in the rafters now. It's done.
Hey, but we ain't.
Like,
look, Polo G can actually rap though. I ain't gonna get too mad at the Polo G. I ain't gonna get too mad at the baby. Roddy Ricch, after that last, I may get mad at him. But French Montana, I don't know what possessed him, but particularly him, to go and drop 100-song album. That joint is going like triple cardboard. No one is listening to that. No one.
French Montana is 39 years old, man.
He might not even sell a K the first week. He might not even sell over 10K on the whole album.
I don't. I don't. He has. Well, let me tell you the features that he has on the album. Let me tell you the feature he has on the album. He has Kanye West, Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Lil Durk, Lil Baby, Meek Mill, J.I.D., West Side Gun, West Side Gun, 41, Jeremiah, and Bryson Tiller, and more.
I ain't gonna lie, those are nice features, but I'm still not listening to that.
Solid. Look, it's solid features. Like, that's cool, but like, nah,
I still
man.
will not be participating. I will not be in attendance.
I'm good, man. Like, I'm all right. I think we're both all right, actually.
I ain't gonna lie, like, you could have kept it in the vault.
I'm saying, bro. It's like when I remember, like, it's just, I don't know, like, just me personally, in my lifetime, I haven't heard anybody my age sit up here and say, like, they'd be in a car or something, they'll be like, yo, turn on that new French Montana.
Not even turn on French Montana. And notice
all
the songs were carried by someone else.
That is true.
Unforgettable is true. Song.
That is true. Because I guarantee you, no one is rapping French Montana's verse now.
I will say, Lockjaw, he had a solid verse, but even there,
Lockjaw was nice.
Even there, I was there for Kodak. I ain't gonna lie. Kodak carried that song.
I agree too. Verse. That song was in WWE 2K17. That's how I remember it, because that song was in the game. But no. When Unforgettable came out, I was not singing French's verse. I was singing Sway Lee's verse, because his verse was the most catchiest. When Lockjaw was out, I wasn't saying French's part. I was saying Kodak's part, because it was catchy.
Exactly.
So, I mean, with French Montana, man, like, I just don't know what he expects us to do with 6 of the same album, with just different versions of the same exact album. I just don't understand what he wants us to do with that.
Nah, he probably thought like, yo, I'm about to go like triple platinum, like I'm about to go crazy. Like, they probably gonna want their songs are gonna be so good, they're gonna want to hear it in slow motion with reverb on it. Nah, bro, that's not happening.
Like, even looking at his top songs that he's like, I'm looking at his album.
Rallo Rodriguez sold on his last album, I'll be surprised.
Like, even looking at his top songs on Apple Music, Unforgettable is 1. No Stylist is 3. Stay Scheming with Drake and Rick Ross. That song came out in 2012. Unforgettable with Mariah Carey. All the Way Up with Fat Joe and Remy Ma. Lockjaw and Pop That. All these songs came out when we were probably in like elementary / middle school.
Yeah. You gotta cut it out.
Kwengo, let me ask you: let's say like you're a manager of a rapper is like, let's say he's past his prime, and he's like he making an IG post, whatever, saying the streets say that I need to drop more music and stuff. Well, what's the conversation gonna be like with the rapper to tell him like, basically like to hang it out? Like, how are you gonna say it to him? How you gonna say it to him, man? That's what I want to know.
Well, if you're saying I'm his manager, well, you're his manager. He's gonna keep dropping because I'm gonna keep getting him. Keep touching that cheese. That's right. Yeah, you might go triple cardboard, but I'm still gonna get my cut though.
All right, let's say like the money's not coming in. Like, let's say the money's like mad slow. And like, you gotta have like.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna be there. Oh nah, we done. Number one, we're done. But before I go, I'm definitely going. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to let you know. Like, hey, nah, just stop it. Not working. They don't like it no more.
Nah,
I
see,
feel
this,
like at some point, like you have to recognize that you're actually like some. You're just like you're just putting like a bad product out there. Like it's kind of like torture. Like it's kind of like you're making albums to torture people. Like you're like, okay,
nah, nah. Shout out Oz, but Oz tried to sit up here and tell me that French Montana was a generational talent the other day. He said he's standing on that right now. He he just said he's standing on that. Yes. Do you have any words for Oz about what he just said about French Montana being a generational talent? He said once in a lifetime. He doubled down on that. He doubled down on the fact that French Montana means that much to the music industry, man.
I will say, nah, respectfully, nah, never mind. I even tried to give him some grace. Nah, that's not gonna work. Nah, no.
I'm just tripping that this album on its own, like the regular version of this album has 21 songs on it. Bro, you stop. You can go. I just said the album's gonna be that's album of the year. I don't understand, man. I don't know if people were still rocking French Montana in 2024, man. That's just me. That's
This album, this may be worse than the Killer Mike one. This may be a worse situation than Killer Mike winning a Grammy.
You said this is the worst than Killer Mike.
Well, for best rap performance of the year, best rap.
Now listen. I'm glad you brought that up. Killer Mike is a solid rapper, though. He's a solid rapper. He's a solid rapper.
He's a hip hop legend, but like,
yeah, he's a hip hop legend,
bro. I listened to the song when it was the best performance. I listened to the song.
He had Andre 3000 on it, bro. Yeah, Andre 3000. That
Andre 3000 couldn't save that. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Andre 3000 had actually a good verse, and so did Future. But that's no. Overall, as a song, it didn't even fit right together. Like, that song.
I think the thing that was wild about him winning is that he got arrested on the same night too.
Yo, people are saying that he got arrested for robbing the Grammys, for stealing that Grammy. That's why they say he got arrested. But nah, apparently he assaulted somebody. Look.
Oh.
Hey, look. See, and that's how you know he didn't deserve the award. Because how do you have anger in your heart after you win a Grammy? He had to know. He had to know it was a fake Grammy. He had to know it was fraudulent. He probably was like, yeah, everybody know. He probably was like, yeah, they got me. They already know this. Like, I definitely didn't deserve that. I just fleeced somebody out of a Grammy. And then he was like, next person that say something to me, I'm popping off. Apparently, that's what happened.
Well, who did he assault? Was it like,
I don't know. Maybe he was fighting or like through some glass, something like that. It was something along those lines. He got to an altercation.
Right. Okay. But yeah, man. I didn't watch the Grammys. I don't really watch award shows like that anymore. I just never really paid attention to it. I didn't really care. But I know Travis Scott got robbed in 2017 with Astroworld, or 2016, 2018. Thank you, guys. Cardi B.
Was that the year with what's that one song she had? Was that Invasion of Privacy that beat it?
Yes.
Respectfully, that was he didn't get fleeced. Those were both two good.
What?
Those were both two good albums. He didn't get fleeced.
Travis Scott definitely got fleeced in 2018.
Invasion of Privacy was actually a great album. I'm not gonna lie, it actually was.
It was a solid album, but
it wasn't solid. Bro. That was a great album. That was.
Are you better than hold on? Better than Astroworld, bro?
Here's the thing, like I wouldn't say it's better, but like
no. Is it better than Astroworld?
I've never been like a great fan of Travis Scott. So like that's like I just fling my shoulders like Travis Scott, like I don't know. Astroworld was cool. Like I like Sicko Mode. Yosemite, like it was nice. I've never ever doubled back and listened to Astroworld.
You never doubled back on Astroworld, bro?
No. And I did listen to the whole album when it came out.
I'm convinced you didn't listen to the whole album, bro.
I promise you I did. I remember this day. I literally, like, the album dropped. I remember because there was an argument going on about Travis Scott about how he got his sales, because apparently he had packaged with like merchandise and stuff, like clothes, and stuff, and like a vinyl, something like that, with like his album.
You,
So they were saying that his album sales were like hyped up because he was selling bundles.
you ain't double back on Butterfly Effect. You ain't double back on Astro Thunder. You ain't double back on Skeletons.
Not at all. Nope. Never
Feels
thought about
like
it.
slow motion. Like what, bro?
Even this year when he drew, even last year when he dropped that album, like I didn't listen to.
I'm not gonna lie.
I listened to some of it, and people were like, I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. Utopia was solid, bro. But me personally, Astro World I feel like was better than Utopia. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. Alex just gave me the thumbs up of approval.
I think Astro World was.
Astro World,
I think it was good, but like it wasn't like
like
special.
Utopia was good, but like I feel like the robbery was more evident in 2018 than like this year, if that makes sense. I didn't listen to Killer Mike's stuff, but like with Utopia, like it was
Trust
cool.
me, it was a robbery. I'm not gonna lie, like I would have taken Utopia over that album. Oh my goodness.
Nah, I gotta remember what other albums were in that category. You remember? I know it was Killer Mike. I know it was Utopia. Wasn't Her Loss in that category too?
Her
And the
loss
Spider-Man
over the album too.
Wasn't the Spider-Man soundtrack in that category too? Or am I tripping?
Maybe.
No, it was
I know Her Loss.
it was Heroes and Villains. That's what it was. Okay, I do see it. Because Killer Mike should not have won over Metro Boomin, Drake and Travis Scott, and 21. So, yeah, that makes sense.
I think
that was.
probably should have got it, to be honest with you. Even though I wasn't really a fan of any of those 4 albums, to keep it real with you. Like, they were all pretty solid, decent. Other than Utopia, I didn't listen to all the way through to that one.
I'm not going to lie. Like, looking back, like, I feel like I thought Her Loss was going to have more replay value. I don't really be playing anything off of Her Loss like that anymore. I'm not gonna lie. Like when it first came out, it was hot, but after a while, like it's not many songs are being played from that album, except for like what 21. Can you do something for me like that one? But that's pretty much it. I don't really. But yeah, all I know is that there will never be a time where French Montana is ever in a conversation for an album of the year with this. Stop, man.
To be honest with you, we gotta stop
saying.
We gotta stop judging albums by sales, man.
Hold on a sec, Kwengo. Stop saying that French Montana is about to have the album of the year with this album, Oz. Stop saying that. He's not getting a Grammy. Let that go. You're not a French Montana fan. I've never heard you talk about French Montana up until this week. Stop mentioning that dude's name, bro. All right? All right, continue.
I was gonna say we gotta stop judging these albums off of like sales and things of that nature, man. Because I think the albums I listened to last year, I enjoyed much more than those mainstream albums of like Drake, 21. Like I enjoyed Rilo Rodriguez's album last year.
It was alright. It was cool. I don't listen to Rilo,
one
but
of the Youngboys albums I enjoyed.
You always enjoy Youngboy, man. That's just you.
That wasn't even my favorite album last year.
All I know is that J. Cole, he dropped a little snippet. That's all I know. Dropped a little snippet.
Album last year.
Might delete later. J. Cole, he's bringing the bag with him on the fall off. Come on.
I'll be honest with you.
Album of the year. Come on the
I'm
way.
not even a super J. Cole fan, but I'm glad that I'm not angry that when J. Cole drops. Like when J. Cole drops, I'm like, okay, this is good. Like J. Cole still dropping.
Yes. When J. Cole drops,
put your jersey in the Raptors, buddy.
Is it even going in the Raptors? That's like a Kenny Smith type thing, bro. Like you're not gonna see Kenny Smith get his jersey retired in Toyota Center.
Yeah,
you're gonna see him like
by saying that was going in the Raptors. Just hang it up on the wall. That's yeah. Nah. He gotta stop that.
Imagine you check your New Music Friday and is that like
Eminem? Eminem has to start. Eminem has to cut it out too.
We were saying that too. Me and my mom were talking about that too. I was saying how Eminem, like he doesn't have anything to prove anymore. Like he won awards and stuff like that. Like he doesn't have anything to prove. He doesn't have to
I'm
keep
glad
doing it.
50. I'm glad 50 stopped, man. I'm glad. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if 50 tried to, make those songs that he used to make, like right now,
It would just be weird.
I can see
It's
what's
like
that
his
one song
power
about
carries.
Bobby and Namir? Is it Soul Train?
If I gave you all my love,
Those are the kind of vibes I could see.
every time I'm with
Kind of
you. Nah. Aiden said that he was a one-hit wonder the other day. On a totally unrelated note. But
Oh,
yeah.
50 or Bobby and Namir?
No, Wabi and Namir. He said he was like a one-hit wonder the other day. Which,
I was about to say, calling 50 a one-hit wonder is crazy.
Oh, and before we end this episode, I meant to ask you. That's what I meant to talk to you about this episode. How you feel about the whole Omar Lay situation?
Man, I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. At first, when I first saw the situation, I was just sad, man. I was just felt bad for the man. Like, goodness me. I know, like, in our culture, like, east where I'm from, that's very, very bad. Like, I just know WhatsApp. Like, everyone's phone was pinging on WhatsApp. Like, all of West Africa is phone pinging about this situation. Even like older people in my family, like saying stuff about it. I don't know. Like, this whole situation is just, I don't know. But at the same time, I'm trying not to get too invested because, like, you never know. Some people were saying, like, apparently that, what do you call it? Omalay's label kind of created this situation to bring controversy around his name, which I think is possible. But all I know from the situation I saw, it was just sick. Sick. That's all I can say. That's my reaction. I have no details to say. I was just sick.
Yeah. Look, I feel like that's also very important too. I feel like people are, I don't want to make any judgments or anything without having all the facts. Plus, to be honest with you, I didn't even know who Omar Lay was before the situation happened. Not because I don't, I just never listened to music like that. What are you doing?
You're getting choked.
All right, my fault, bro.
I just said going, bro. That's a legend.
All right, bro. You put me on after the show. All right, bro. My fault. I'll listen to him after the show. But all right.
All
right, bro. But yeah, man. It's like, I mean, what happened and everything like that. It's sad. If that, it's just a bad look. You just see like the shadow, and then it pans back to the dude in the crowd. And he just looks hurt. Yeah, I just felt bad. And like it definitely was a thing where you're like, dang, man, like that sucks. That's really all I can really say. Like it's tough. Like I feel bad, but I obviously we both don't have the information. We don't really have all the facts and stuff like that, so we can't really say anything else about it. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on that though.
I just hope people understand. Just not even with the situation, but like a lot of these situations, just in general, are so manufactured on the internet. Like, you just don't invest yourself too much. But at the same time,
don't read into it too much.
I definitely did have a strong opinion on it, but like I just gotta realize, like, you never know. Like, that really could have been like some, someone controversy.
Yeah, it could have been a whole. I'm not saying it is, but it definitely could have been a thing where he knew that she was going to go up on stage, and but we don't know. We don't.
Either way, though, like,
it's a bad look.
I'm just taking it for face value, and I just hope that man. I just hope I don't know. Pray.
Yeah, I wish him well.
Pray.
Well, that's going to do it. That's going to do it for this episode of the Youngbouls podcast, man. It was a solid episode, an hour and 6-minute episode. Who would have thought, right? I told you we were going to have a banger of an episode, man. You didn't believe me. You need to start believing me more when I tell you this stuff, man.
My fault. Go, Nari.
You don't gotta call me that while we're on it. But you good, bro. But that's gonna do it with this week's episode of the Youngbouls podcast, man. As always, we'll get you an episode weekly. We definitely gonna get you one next week, man. It's the midterm week, so everybody, we're gonna get you an episode, and then the week after that we're on break, so we're definitely gonna get you more content. But as always, thank you guys for tuning into Youngbouls podcast. Oh, also, don't go see Madam Web. I haven't seen it, but they said that movie was absolutely terrible. So don't go see Madam Web. Please don't. But that's gonna do it for me. Kwengo, you got any words you want to say before we close out, man?
I just want to say good luck to everybody on midterms. Study hard.
Yeah,
Be locked
yeah,
in.
good luck to y'all midterms, man. Don't be waiting till last minute to study. It's gonna hurt you. Trust us. We are your guys. Trust us. So that's gonna do it with this week's episode of Youngbouls Podcast. Catch you guys next week. Peace and love and hugs. You want to say anything else? All right. Peace.